YouTube, what is going on? My name is Sweat if you guys are new, and welcome back to another Apex Legends video. In today's video, guys, we are continuing the solo to Predator ranked series where I am currently in Platinum, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, this probably took me about 8 hours of playing to get through Platinum. 8 consistent hours. I took a break, so it was 4 hours each day. But after this video, we're going to be moving on to Diamond, and I'm going to be hopping onto my Sweatband account because I am not yet Predator on there. I think I am Diamond 4, so we're just going to pick the series off on that account. I might as well get Pred both splits on that. And also, in the background right here, I'm going to redeem myself with a 30-30 in the beginning clip here while we are talking about what's happening. And after this video, okay, once this video drops and you catch the rest of this video, the Diamond video will probably take about a week or two to come out because I'm not going to be forcing myself. I'm not going to be burning myself out playing solos every single day. So I might take a day break, or I might play for 2 hours one day, 5 hours the next. I never know what's going to happen. So just to give you guys a heads up, there will be other content in the process before you see that video. So I just wanted to let you guys know that it's not going to be gone if the next video is not the Diamond Rank series. But anyways, guys, let's get into it. Enjoy the video. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the video. Let's get it. All right, everybody, we have a quick but also massive announcement for the channel here today. glitchenergy.com. We are now sponsored by these guys, and if you have not already heard of Glitch Energy, they are an up-and-coming energy brand. They have powders, they have supplements. And if you're not even into energy drinks at all, get yourself some merch. They have t-shirts, they have hoodies, they have shaker cups, which are really actually stylish in my opinion. I use it at the gym all the freaking time. And the reason that I really like Glitch over the competitors is because there is no chalky flavor to the powders, and there is also no fake like Splenda taste that you get with some of the other energy drink competitors in the same field. But remember, at the end of the day, use code SWEAT at checkout for 25% off. You heard that right, 25% off, guys. I'll see you guys over there on the website. All right, guys, so we are going to start it off with a ranked gameplay in Platinum 3. We ended up coming in second this game, and I know a lot of you guys appreciate me showing the mistakes along with the wins. Not a lot of YouTubers actually do that, and it really helps you guys understand, I feel like, that like YouTubers and everybody else is just like yourselves. Like we throw games all the time, and it's just part of the content. It's part of going for the content. It's part of the Platinum grind. It's part of the rank grind in general. So yeah, I think you guys really appreciate that. Just to fill you in on the situation here, this game with these guys were actually very good teammates. I'm not gonna lie, we were dumping the whole lobby up in this point. I mean, you can see I have 8 kills and 6 assists, so we wiped at least 4 or 5 squads as a team, which was amazing. And once we get to this part, we just ran into a situation where these guys had way better position, and they actually snuck by us, and you're going to see what happens. It was a mistake. We should have won this game, but we're just pecking at them with G7 from far range right now. And you can see that their position is much better than ours, even though we are in zone. And we really messed up here, because what's going to happen, okay? When we get a break from the action here, what's going to happen is these guys are going to drop down to the right side here and actually rotate behind us, and nobody saw. I don't know how we didn't see. I was scanning in front of us the whole time, but somebody definitely should have been paying attention to the right side, and I believe it should have been me. I was on the right side, so I actually made the mistake in this scenario, and I let the guys cross on the right side, and that should have never happened. We have... Although we don't have amazing position, we have a great heady right here, and we're in zone, okay? They're not even in zone, so the fact that I let them push to the right here, and I wasn't really paying attention too much, was completely my fault. You see, we're still looking up there. We still have them trapped up there, and I can kind of tell that that guy is, like, trying to move to the right, but I didn't put the pieces together in my head at the time. So we're just taking shots at them. A scan in front of us. And the other Drew is actually at the same spot. Neither of us see this team crossing somehow. It's a tragic situation. Okay, so he actually pings that they're crossing that way. Ends up dropping me some shields, and this gave the opportunity for the other team when he was giving me the shields. You can see that guy's now all the way over there. They must have octane padded. So that really sucked, and that gave away our position big time. And the thing that massively screwed us right there is that Drew got focused and Drew ends up going down. And there is a guy behind us, right? So there was two people. There was two people back here on the map. And then there is the guy in front of us that's holding the ramp. So instantly in my mind, this is a 1v1. Okay, it's a 1v1. My teammate's focusing the other two. So I have to go after this guy with everything I got. And I get some really good shots on her. And then start choking him. But I gotta push. I know I have to push. I have full health. She actually gets some really good shots off on me and almost kills me. But luckily, we jump shot her. And that's huge. Okay, that's huge right there. Taking out the lifeline in that situation when there's only one team left and it's a 2v3, that's a massive knock for us. Unfortunately, didn't last. Okay, my teammate's right here. He needs to heal up, but I need to give him cover. So I hit the octane for 103 and then a little bit more there. Thermite that. And I start burning. So in this situation, all right, right before I did this, okay, in this situation, it was a really bad play on our part, okay? We should have focused on finishing the lifeline 100%. I guarantee if we finished this lifeline, we would have won the game. But this was also a very good play on their part, okay? This guy goes for the res instantly, knowing that we don't have an angle if this guy keeps shooting at us, okay? The octane is going to keep shooting at us, and he has a great spot to do that from while he watches the res and covers the res. So they do all their jobs perfectly, other than the lifeline getting knocked. But the reason that I'm pushing over this edge right here is I am totally not in, like, I'm not in a place where I want to let this lifeline get res and the whole team is up again. That's just not what I want to do. That's a bad play call. So I decide to send it over and risk my life and basically trade myself for this knock. And in the long run, I don't know if it was worth it. I could have played like behind this tree maybe. I could have played a lot more angles and we could have taken it slower, but I felt like in my head this was the only chance we had to win this gunfight when we had a man down. And I think if I was a little more patient in this situation, we could have won this game. But I jump over anyways. Get the reknock on lifeline and almost kill Caustic. I was so close to killing Caustic. We end up getting the knock though, okay? So let's just see what happens. Zhang over here ends up getting the knock, right? It's a 1v1 scenario. So you already know I'm praying to God that we can win this game, all right? I'm like, Zhang, you got this. You were playing good the entire game. And the mistake that Zhang makes here is he lets that Caustic right in front of us. He lets him crawl all the way back, but he's trying to shoot him. He's trying to shoot him and kill him, but this guy is protecting him very well and not allowing it. You can see him trying to finish that kill. So he was thinking the right thing there. If he just had a nade or something, oh my God, would have been perfect. But he's going to end up pushing because he's in the same scenario that I was just in, all right? When he's pushing this guy, he's thinking if they get the res, it's over. And he ends up getting the res, the guy in front of us right here. So he ends up getting the reknock, which is perfect. But then by the time he lands, he's already screwed. So we ended up coming in second. There is definitely a chance for us to play it more patient there. And I think I was the one that made the mistake in this scenario. Other than Drew going down in the very beginning, I think I was the one that made the mistake. And I should have never jumped over that wall. Honestly, I either A, should have never jumped over that wall, or B, right when I knocked the lifeline, I should have instantly went for the thirst. Not even thought about the other people on the team. Instantly get that thirst. It would have been an easy 2v2. There's no shot. There's no shot we lose that 2v2. I had full confidence in Zhang and myself, but I kind of got a little impatient. So there is the first mistake in Platinum. The rest of the gameplays that I'm going to show you, we actually did things the right way, and we actually won the other two games that I'm going to show you. So let's move on to those, shall we? Let's not hinder on the loss too much, but just goes to show you guys there is a lot of mistakes that I actually make in solo as well. All right, guys, so right here, we're going to pick it up. We are playing with Needless Tomcat and the Uber Driver 803, and these guys weren't bad teammates either. I'm not going to lie. Most of the teammates really start to know what they're doing in Platinum, and that's not a knock. That might just be because people literally haven't had enough game time experience in Gold or up to gold, that is. But in platinum, most of the teammates knew what they were doing. You'd have the handful of teammates that would be like, oh, I'm running off on my own, or I'm doing this, or like, screw your pings, I don't even care, I'm not moving, or stuff like that. Like, a lot of people would listen to you in platinum, and that's where we found the most success, is when I was trying to make call outs without a mic, because my in-game mic does not work, if you do not already know. That's why I don't use it in this series. But when I was making calls and people were listening, that's when we actually started winning games, and that's where the dominant games came from, like the last one that I showed you a little portion of. But when they didn't follow the lead and they wanted to like do their own thing, and they had in-game mics and they were like a party of two talking to each other, they would kind of just go on their own, end up dying, and like we weren't even in the fight as a team. So just keep that in mind. Once you get to platinum, teammates are not that bad. So let's hop into this here. We are playing some Bloodhound. I really like playing Bloodhound, I'm not gonna lie. Bloodhound is great. So we pop our ultimate ability, try to get the third party here. You can tell that my teammates are not exactly with me, but the knocks that I'm seeing on the kill feed, you always want to visualize like how many people are alive on each team. So you can see right here that the Bloodhound got a knock, right? The Bloodhound 4981 got a knock, but they also died. So we know that at least one person from each team is down in this scenario. So that's why I'm pushing alone, and I need to be third partying this, because if they res everybody, it's not going to be a good fight for us to take. So I want to get the third party off. And I know it's annoying, but it has to be done sometimes. We get the knock on that guy, which is perfect. And we end up trying to finish this guy. Right? We do not want him to get res. So I run all the way up to the door here. I can tell that the whole team is alive, but that guy was weak, so these guys might be weak as well. But I solely go for the thirst and run away. So the bubble goes away. I open the door, get the thirst, close the door, and run away. That's all I needed in that scenario, is that one knock, that one kill. And you can see I get an assist on the other guy because my teammate actually got him. And I got the guy with the scan, which was perfect. And now we have another team in front of us, but I have better armor. I have better loot now, which is perfect. And we can see that there's 6 hostiles detected. So I was like, I didn't process this at the time. There was a Mirage on this team, and I think he had his ultimate out. But I was like, what? 6 people in that room, and they're not fighting? So I instantly run back, and I ping for my teammates. I'm like, get out of there. We need to leave right now, because, yeah, I'm like, we need to get out of here, man. There's 6 people in that room. I am not about to fight that. So this is a situation where my teammate listens to me. The Uber driver comes behind me, and we're all grouped up. And that's when you're going to win most of the fights. So Tomcat actually almost goes down here, which was not good. If he went down, it would have been very bad for us. But luckily, he does not. And honestly, him getting low gave these guys the confidence to push up, which has actually helped us out, because we get the knock there, which is amazing. Yes, we're abusing the Spitfire. What about it? And now we know this guy is close under us. He actually knocks our teammate. And then I jump on him. Get that knock as well. My teammate's getting res, and I'm just looking out for the other guy. And we saw him on the right side coming down the hill, but we didn't want to take that angle. So I decided to take a bat quick, make sure I have full health. And this is the Mirage, actually. He's going to climb up. Me and my teammate team shoot him. Crouch spam with the Spitfire, and we wipe the squad, which was perfect. And the mistake that team made when that fight started off is that guy that was overextended. Okay, they got a little damage on Tomcat, and they thought they could push freely. They probably thought we weren't the best team ever because he got absolutely shredded out in the open. But once that guy swung wide, he overextended way too much. The fact that I was able to get that many Spitfire shots off on him was not good at all. But that's the first fight. We got to move on because we have a lot of content to cover in this video. We have some very good games to cover. All right, so this situation, we see there is 2 teams fighting on the hill. This is another perfect example of when to third party, knowing exactly when to third party, and knowing when people are down because of the kill feed. So let's continue it. See that, yeah, buddies getting knocks over here, left and right. So we're going to pop our ultimate again. And our teammate actually gets a knock from the mad far away. So we know that these guys don't have the most health. They're in a serious gunfight. We got a down guy right there. And this is the perfect time to third party. These 301 shots, guys. I'm telling this gun is amazing. You need to use this weapon. Look at it, it doesn't even move. The gun does not move, I'm telling you. So we knock 2 of them right there, turn around and absolutely melt the third guy. Come on, guys. The 301 is amazing. Bloodhound is amazing for solo queuing. If you need a legend to solo queue with and you're like kind of hopping back and forth and you don't know who to play, Bloodhound is definitely your character because the scans are clutch. The ultimate is clutch. I just love Bloodhound. Such a good character to play. But that was just a classic example of a third party, a very well-timed third party. And this situation that I'm gonna come to here, this is the last situation in this game, and we actually don't really do much here, but I really wanted to show this clip because it shows very good positional awareness, okay? Before this clip was actually, before we got to this point in the clip, okay, I'm telling my teammates, I actually typed in game, you know how you can use the select button to type to your teammates? I actually typed, I said, hold high ground at all costs. I'm not losing this game because I came in second a couple games before this. About 2 or 3 times in a row, and I was like, dude, we need to win a game. So the only thing I wanted to do here was hold height the entire time. So I told my teammates, do not leave height. We are not getting off of this platform, and we have full zone advantage. We are holding zone. We have caustic traps around the zone, and I moved to this right side here because I knew this team was coming around this way, and I just want to force them down. The only thing I wanted to do was force these guys down. So I pop my ultimate again, just in case. And you can see we're holding height fabulously, okay? It's only 2 people on this team, and then I believe there's a solo. But I go down here quickly. I know I said hold height, but I go down quickly just to make sure that they're fully pushed out of that spot because I don't want them, like, lurking around and then pushing back up after. And they actually ended up killing the solo here, which was perfect for us. And we're just holding zone. And this is a point where I don't know what these guys were thinking. Okay, they might not have had any loot. Like, I guarantee you they had no loot. Because why are you pushing into zone when the zone's closing? It's round 4. This is a hard-hitting zone. And these guys push into zone. So I'm like, oh, bet. We're standing right on the edge of zone and we're holding these guys out. It's not even a question in my mind. That, like, this game's already over for us. My teammates are holding height perfectly, just like I said earlier. We could see these guys looting in zone. There's no way they're surviving that situation. Even if they end up getting loot in the situation that they're in the spot that they're in, they're not getting out. You know what I mean? Like, this guy's going to grapple towards me. Even if he got out of the zone right there, he would have died to me. So they both actually end up dying, and we win that game. And I feel like I had to show that. Even though it wasn't the most intense game ever, it just showed that third parties and good position can easily win you games, even if you're a solo. As long as you have your teammates that can back you up and at least stay with you, that's just a huge thing in rank that's very overlooked. If your teammates aren't the best, but they stay with you, then you're going to win more times than not, rather than having 3 people that think they can do everything on their own. You need to play as a squad, especially if you're solo queuing, okay? Especially if you're solo queuing. Because your teammates might not have the most skills, but if they have the coordination and team awareness, then you're going to win a lot of games. So that's why I had to show that clip to you guys. All right, guys, we're going to hop into the last game in this video, and you're going to notice a trend, right? When people listen to me or listen to someone in the game, I told you guys in the rank tips, you need to have an in-game leader, and these guys were actually, like, wherever I pinged, they were listening for the most part. So that's why we ended up winning this game, and this one actually put us into Diamond 4, so this was a fabulous game. Just to fill you in right now, Mr. Felix over here is getting he's getting chased by a whole team. We did not know at the time, but we're pushing over as fast as possible because we are a little bit separated, me and my teammate here, but he's getting pushed by a whole team, so we gotta help him out. We can't let him go down like this. He's not going out like this, trust me. So you can see the whole team pushing over. I try to get some damage to distract these guys. And although we didn't do a lot of damage in that scenario, we did enough damage to make these guys a little nervous, to have them push into the building and reposition. And that's absolutely what we wanted, so we can give Felix a chance to regroup. So we're pushing into this building. I'm pre-firing the corner. Okay, I do not have wall hacks or whatever, but I'm pre-aiming the corner because I heard footsteps right in that hallway, and I know 100% for a fact I saw the guys run into the room. So I know they're in there, and I thought this guy was going to come try to challenge me around the corner. Turns out he did not. He actually runs through the little room. But I'm pre-firing a bunch of angles, trying to get the jump on this Loba, and she's playing doors pretty well here. So I'm backing up. We're playing a little door tag here, but I end up pushing in finally. I end up taking the Loba out and turning on this guy barely with the crouch spam. Okay. That was a very risky push. I want to nail down the fact that that was a risky push, okay? Both of those guys focused me, but the movement in and out of the doors kind of distracted them a little bit and gave me just enough time to kill both of them. And even if I did go down in this scenario, it would have been bad, but my teammate was still alive. So even if I knocked one in this scenario, he could have cleaned up the other one. I'm highly confident. But other than that, that was that situation for you. All right, guys, so we're going to pick it up a little bit later on in the game. We are running into the zone, trying to get position, and we get some great shots off on the Pathfinder, and then half of our bullets just are lost in the sauce. We're lost in the wind over here. It was terrible. If I just finished those shots off, it would have been an easy knock, but anyways, we're paying attention to zone. We're getting the heals off, making sure that we do not go down to the zone, because that would not be good. We're just really playing this as a team. So right here in this situation, I know I'm pausing it right before the action gets in, but this Gibby actually makes a big mistake. He has his bubble down, and I don't know if he really saw me, because if he saw me, he wouldn't have pushed out of his bubble this much, and he makes a mistake. He goes out of the bubble way too much and actually gets fried by me and Felix here. So he ends up actually costing the team here. He's outside of that bubble for way too long. Way too long. You're going to notice Felix dies the zone here. We push into the room, get the final kill. Like I said, guys, playing as a team is winning us these fights. If these guys were not directly with me, we're not winning these fights. Okay, I didn't have to do that much damage in that scenario to help my team out. I really didn't. The teammates are doing a lot of the work themselves, and that's exactly what you want when you're getting solo queue teammates. But I know it's not always the case. In those games that you do have bad teammates, you kind of just got to suck it up. I know it sucks, but it's reality. All right, guys, so now we are all looted up. 5 squads remaining. We have 5 kills, 3 assists, which means we have max KP. We don't really need to do anything crazy, but the reason I'm pushing up here and I wanted to push to the bridge thing over here was because it was way better positioning and it was an easy rotation into zone. And you're actually going to notice I do make a mistake in this scenario, okay? I'm going to play it. But I end up pushing up way too far for a Bloodhound. Okay, I didn't think these guys saw us. And I'm telling you right now, if my teammates didn't shoot behind us, that was not a good idea for my teammates. My teammates should never have shot from behind because we're out of zone. And these guys could easily hold us in zone. So that was a very bad idea to shoot when we're coming in from behind them and we're not in zone. And it actually kind of screwed me over here. But I kind of screwed myself over a little bit too. I was ahead of the team. But I slide down here. I don't really have an escape as Bloodhound. I put the scan off. And I actually do get the knock on Horizon, but I get traded by this Bloodhound. And they're going to actually run away because they're very low. I think they were all low in this scenario, and my teammate does a great job of smoking this out and going right for the res. So my one teammate, my Horizon teammate, actually threw the ultimate, which was a totally, like, that's a very good play, okay? Honestly, these Platinum players were high IQ. That's a very good play to throw Horizon's ultimate because that distracts the team that is behind us, and they're not going to push through a Horizon ultimate. And the Bangalore smokes it in case anybody's around that has sights on us. Just a good play all around, and I still think if they didn't shoot from the other side of the bridge, I wouldn't have went down in that scenario. But regardless, I was a little overextended in that scenario, so... We get the res on me, and we reposition. We restart the fight here. I throw a heat shield down just to make sure I do not die to zone and to hold cover right here because I would have been in a bad spot trying to heal in front of this. So I end up getting the Phoenix kit off, which is amazing. And now we're not in a bad spot at all. We actually have the height advantage on the team below us. So we're looking good. So I end up pushing this team right here. And I swear to God, I thought it was one guy, okay? Because I only saw one guy peeking the entire time. And it turns out I go up here. I get some decent shots, but I decide I better back up. And it's a good thing I did because there's actually two people. And you can see that only the Gibby's peeking. But then I scan it and I realize there's actually two people. I think it was a Mirage and a... yeah, it was a Mirage and a Gibby. We end up getting some kills, I think, out of the zone. I think those were the other two people that I had shot earlier. Or, actually, wait. That might have been the Gibby and the Mirage. Wait, what? How did they die? I scanned them, right? I'm watching. I turn around for a second. Yo, I swear to God, they just jumped off. Wait, what? And then I scan them again and they're gone? What? Yo, somebody please explain that to me. Yo, that's got to be the most confusing thing I've ever seen. I guess we just get 2 kills from a scan. And the people are just gone with the wind bulls. I don't know where they went, but anyways, we'll move on. Move on a little bit. Hold on a second. Okay, so again, we're taking some shots at these guys in front of us. This is an entire team, by the way. And they're sandwiched. We're actually in a really good scenario if we were in zone right here. But this team is sandwiched in front of us. And I'm really, really vocal with my pings here, which sounds weird because how can you be vocal with pings? But I am spam pinging so that Mr. Felix will retreat with us because we need to go around. And I know from playing a lot of ranked game, this is the best way to go. This is 100% the best way to go. So I start running back and I start pinging the ground like crazy. I'm like, we need to go this way, guys. And I start spam pinging it just so Felix will realize it. And he really didn't. We're both pinging a lot. We want him to come back, and I don't know if he pushed through or came back in this scenario. But he is he's doing his own thing. He's not listening. But I knew we had to rotate. He ends up rotating back finally. We end up getting some really good shots off on that guy right there. So I'm gonna make the move to this area because I feel like this is the best area to play. And these guys actually realize that I'm soloed out. Okay, this is a big turning point in this game here. Is that my teammates were behind me, and the team that we're actually fighting ends up focusing me, all of them. So this was... He gets some really good shots off on the Bloodhound, which allows me to knock him. Or knock them, sorry. Alright. Get some good shots off on the Gibby. And we're going to town with the Spitfire. We were absolutely going to town with that Spitfire, playing the bubble. So we're still taking shots at the Gibby. Gibby was the only one left. We get him down, which is perfect. So he's going to have a gold res, I believe. Oh, no, he doesn't have a gold res. The Mirage is still alive. Wait, what? I am so confused as to how we got those kills with the scan because this is the Gibby and the Mirage team. But yet it only said there was 3 squad. I don't even know. No, you know what it was? It was the Gibby, Mirage, and Bloodhound team. So I don't know where those 2 kills came from, but these guys were all on the same team now that I think about it. Okay, so we get those kills, and now it is a 3v1. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. This Wraith that we're about to fight was cracked. She was insane. She almost actually killed our whole team. She was very good. She gets the easy knock on defuse, and this is where I was a little worried. Once I take some good shots on her, I'm shooting her with the Spitfire here. Shooting her with the Spitfire, I'm trying to drop down. Like, I'm pulling my controller down, and it would not fall off. I think I reclimbed or something, and this was... Look at my health, guys. This is not fun. If I die here, we lose the game. 100. This Wraith was high tier player. I'm not kidding. So I fall down here. and I instantly tried to get behind this bin, and thank God I did, because that allowed me to heal, allowed me the time to heal. And the Bloodhound's actually going to go for the res, which was perfect. And the Wraith should have pushed right now. It's really her only chance to push. Once we were all up again, it was not a good push for her, and she ends up pushing a little bit late. We end up getting the knock on her and finishing the game off. But yeah, that Wraith should not have pushed. She should have pushed earlier. She had the full kill, the full knock on defuse, and once we were going for the res, that's the only time she should have pushed. After that, it was way too late, and I was already full healed, so she wasn't going to kill me the second time. But nonetheless, it was a very good game. This guy says GG's. Like I said, these guys were very good teammates. It was a fun game to play with them, and I was not complaining. Unlike most of the time when I was solo queuing, when I was getting some bad teammates, these guys were solid teammates. And one more thing before the video ends. Back when we were fighting in the bubble, actually, I was kind of just holding the trigger, hoping to God that I was going to kill that last guy. If we can go back quickly to the bubble fight. Yeah, right here. This last guy that was actually fighting me, and I had this amount of health left. I was just holding the trigger down on this Wraith. It was the Wraith right here. I was like, either I'm dying and my teammates are getting me up, or that's the only option. Okay, that's the only option in that scenario. So I was just holding on the trigger, praying to freaking God that we were going to get that kill. And thankfully, my teammates ended up chasing the Wraith out of the bubble, and we ended up winning the game. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to drop a thumbs up. And like I said, expect the Diamond solo queue rank series to be back in about a week or two, because that's probably when I will hit Masters or Predator. But like I said, if you liked the video, drop a like, subscribe if you're new. It's been Sweat. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, guys, and peace out.